Hello children, today I am preparing a video for the capacitance, the next topic. I told you in case of the capacitor, capacitors are normally made by the combination of a conductor and the insulator. So when we are making a parallel plate capacitor, normally the capacitors are made as a parallel plate capacitor. That means a parallel plate, two identical plates placing in front of each other. That is a basic capacitor which we use. And if you want to understand a simple concept of the capacitor, what is capacitor or what is a parallel plate capacitor, it is very simple. You can take two aluminum foils with a paper in between, make all the three of the same size, and this is a capacitor ready in front of you, and you can use it for the charging of the charge. For the charging purpose you can use it easily. So now, how does the parallel plate combination increases the capacity of a capacitor? To determine it, how can we do it? If we are giving charge to a parallel plate combination or a single plate, then what is the difference and how the parallel plate increase the charging of a capacitor? To understand this concept, I am turning to the charging process. So first and most important is how the charging of a parallel plate capacitor is being done. Now, in this case, suppose you have given a single plate. This is a metallic plate. I have named this plate as A. This is a charge source which is providing the charge to this plate. And due to this plate, the plate is getting a charge of Q. Suppose this is positive charge and another side will also be positive charge because we are providing a charge to this plate by a particular source. Let the charge on this plate is Q. How much charge we can provide to the plate? That is up to its maximum potential. Suppose that potential is V. A particular potential, that means we are talking about the particular potential V, that is a saturated potential or the maximum potential which this plate can achieve. And because of the presence of this potential, the charge stored in this plate is Q. So this is a saturation condition. If you are providing more charge to this plate A, then definitely this extra charge after Q will release in the atmosphere. So it cannot sustain or it cannot hold charge more than Q because this plate is already reached to its saturation condition with potential V. Now, to make it a parallel plate, what we do? We just plate an identical plate in front of it. This is an identical plate. Identical plate means the cross section area of both the plates should be same material. First plate was A and second plate is suppose B. Now what will happen? This plate has already a charge Q and a potential V in this side. Now when we will place another plate in front of it, so this will be negatively charged. And due to this negative charge, because this plate was electrically neutral, so other side will get a positive charge on the other side. Now an electric field will develop in this direction. And due to this electric field, now what will happen to this system? Because of this negative charge, this end has positive potential but this side has negative potential. So net potential between the plates will decrease as the potential is a scalar quantity. So here we have positive potential V, or here we have a negative potential, that is V dash. So net potential will be V minus V dash. So potential has been reduced. The potential between the plates is reduced now. Now what can we do? We can charge it up to the potential V because the charging capacity depends only on potential, not on the charge. So you can provide some more charge to this plate to make its potential again V. Suppose now the total charge on this plate will be your Q plus Q dash. So the plate which was storing a charge Q in it, now only by placing another plate in front of it, now it is storing a charge Q plus Q dash. This is the total charge stored in the second plate. Now, third step. If we connect the other side of second plate B to the ground, Now what will happen? The positive charge of this side will obviously go to the ground, and this will be the negative charge only on the plate. But as it is made up of a conductor, good conductor, so this side will also be negatively charged. That means this charge will move towards that side, but the positive charge on this side of plate A is constant. So due to induction, this will become more negative. So the net potential of this plate will again reduced. That will again be less than V. The charge holding on this plate is already Q plus Q dash. Along with potential was V. But now due to the grounding of this plate, the other side of this plate, the potential is between the plates is further reduced. And if the potential is further reduced, that means some more charge can be provided to plate A to make its potential again equal to V. Suppose the next charge is Q double dash. So we can understand the plate A, which was storing charge Q in it, due to placing a parallel plate in front of it, it is storing a charge Q dash, and due to grounding the other side of the plate, it is storing charge Q plus Q dash plus Q double dash. That means the total charging capacity of this plate has been increased. So that we can say the total charge on this capacitor is storing more than a single conductor. And now because of the presence of this air gap, because there is a gap, there is an air gap right now, it can be an insulator, it can be a dielectric, and because of this gap between the two plates, the charge do not flow to atmosphere or anywhere, because this system is made up of conductor but with the insulator between the two plates. So that means the charge from plate A will not transfer to the B. Whatever charging is being done, that is only due to the induction. So this is exactly how the capacitor charges.